ago, there was a little girl called Red Riding Hood. She lived in the middle of a large forest with her mother. Everyone called her Red Riding Hood because of the beautiful red cloak her mother had made for her. One bright sunny morning, Red Riding Hood's mother said to her,
"Your granny doesn't feel very well. Would you like to take her some cakes and see how she is?"
All right, Mother. I'll put them in my basket.
Don't talk to anyone as you go through the forest, and don't forget your cloak. It will keep the sun off your head. Remember, always stay to the path.
Yes, Mother.
Red Riding Hood's mother was always anxious about sending her daughter into the wood alone, as she'd heard tales that there were wolves about. This sometimes made Red Riding Hood cross.
Mothers are a worry, mothers are a bore. They spend their lives in misery, and heaven knows what for. They send us out a-walking and fret till we return. They clad us up in garments until we almost burn. We mustn't sit in draughts, or we might catch a chill. We mustn't ever eat too much, or that could make us ill. Mothers are a worry, mothers are a bore. They spend their lives in misery, and heaven knows what for. Perhaps it's 'cause they're anxious about the way we act, but always when they're looking, we're good, and that's a fact. We must be kind to neighbors, and they will think we're good. Never kick them on the shin like other children would. Yes, mothers are a worry, mothers are a bore. They spend their lives in misery, and now I know what for.
As Red Riding Hood walked along singing to herself, she didn't notice the bushes move beside her. It was a wolf, a very large wolf. He had pointed ears and some very sharp teeth, and his long grey nose sniffed hungrily at the delicious smell of the newly baked cakes in Red Riding Hood's basket.
Oh, a little girl with a basket. Food, no doubt. As I haven't had a square meal in days, I will go over and introduce myself. Hello, little one. Tell me, my dear, what have you in your basket? Food, eh? Food?
Well,
food?
yes, there are some cakes for my grandmother who is not very well.
Your basket must be very heavy, my dear. Here, let me carry it for you.
Red Riding Hood did not altogether trust the wolf, so she said,
No, thank you, Mr. Wolf. I think I can manage it myself.
As you will, my dear. As you will.
The wolf realized he was not going to get a meal that way, so he decided to leave. He knew a short cut to Grandma's house through the woods. Then he had an idea. As he ran along, he sang to himself.
Food, food, all I want is food, be it cake or something stewed. I want some food. I don't care if I don't drink, could do without that, I should think. Just a little thing that's tasty, like stewed prunes and peas and pastry. Food, food, all I want is food, something nice, nothing crude, but I want some food, 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 food. Food.
In a while, the wolf reached Grandma's house and knocked on the door.
Who is there?
The wolf, not wanting to give the game away, replied in a high voice.
It is I, Red Riding Hood. May I come in?
Of course, my dear. Lift up the latch and come upstairs.
The wolf ran up the stairs as fast as he could, and before you could say Little Red Riding Hood, he pulled her out of bed and bundled poor old Grandma into a cupboard. Then, as quickly as he could, he put on Grandma's nightdress and nightcap and jumped into her bed to wait for Red Riding Hood and his food. In a few minutes, there was a knock on the door.
Who is there?
It is I, Little Red Riding Hood. May I come in?
By all means, lift the latch and come upstairs.
Your voice sounds very hoarse, Granny.
So would yours be if you hadn't eaten for a week. I mean, it must be a cold, my dear. Tell me, what's in the basket for me? Food, eh? Food, food.
Just a minute. My, what big ears you've got.
Don't be so impertinent, child. I mean, all the better to hear you with, my dear.
And what big eyes you have.
Yes, I have, haven't I? I mean, all the better to see you with, my dear. Now, about those goodies.
And those teeth. They are rather large for a grandma, aren't they?
Yes, all the better to eat what's in your basket, my dear. Now, give it to me.
The wolf sprang out of bed to grab the basket of food. At that moment, the woodcutter ran in, and with one blow of his stout axe, he felled the wolf.
Let me out! Let me out! Oh dear, Granny must be locked in the cupboard.
All right, Grandma. I'll let you out.
The woodcutter let Grandma out of the cupboard. Red Riding Hood went downstairs and made her something hot to drink, and tucked her up in bed again, safe and sound. Then the woodcutter took Red Riding Hood home.
We've killed the wolf.
I've killed the wolf. He's absolutely, positively dead. Now listen whilst you're here. Just remember this, my dear. Never ever go near
A wolf?
This morning I was walking in the wood. Not a worry, not a care. Do you think I should? When all at once just over there, to my amazement I declare, I saw a wolf.
Oh dear, we've killed the wolf.
I've killed the wolf. He's absolutely, positively dead. They are nasty, they will bite, and if cornered they will fight. Never ever go near
A wolf?
Your granny's had a shock, I think, that's bad. The worst, I'm sure, that she has ever had. That will teach you, I am sure, not to think you're so cocksure about that wolf.
Goodness me, we've killed the wolf.
I've killed the wolf. He's absolutely, positively dead. Now listen whilst you're here, just remember this, my dear. Never ever go near
A wolf?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Goldilocks. She was called Goldilocks because of her beautiful, long, fair hair. When the sun was shining, it looked like pure gold. One day, Goldilocks wanted to go out and pick some flowers in the wood.
Now, Goldilocks, do take care and don't stray too far into the wood or you'll get lost.
When I go out in the morning with my nasty chores all done, like washing my face and cleaning my teeth, I find it fun just to wander through the grass and gaze at the trees. Feel the sun on my face, hear the birds trying to please. When I go out in the morning, I feel I want to run, to chase after rabbits and pick the flowers. I find it fun just to wander through the grass and gaze at the trees. Feel the sun on my face, hear the birds trying to please. I sing in a happy little song.
As Goldilocks walked on, she suddenly realized that she hadn't passed this way before. She was lost.
Oh my goodness me, I wonder which path leads back home. I'll try this one.
What Goldilocks didn't know was that she was heading towards a house where 3 bears lived. A father bear, a mother bear, and a baby bear.
What a dear little house. I wonder if anyone's in. I'll knock and see if they know the way to my home.
There was no answer, so being a rather inquisitive child, she decided to go in. On the table, in the center of the room, were 3 bowls of porridge. The 3 bears had left them there because they were too hot and had gone out hunting until they were cool enough to eat. Goldilocks had walked a long way and was rather hungry.
Oh, I love porridge. I don't expect anyone would mind if I had just a spoonful.
Goldilocks tasted the large bowl, which belonged to Father Bear.
Oh, that's not very nice. It's too hot. I'll try this middle-sized bowl. Ugh, that's too cold.
And then Goldilocks went to the 3rd bowl, which belonged to Baby Bear. Mother Bear had put some syrup on it to make it tasty.
This is just right. I'll have some more.
In no time, Goldilocks had eaten up all the Baby Bear's porridge.
With all that walking, I feel very tired. I don't expect it would matter if I sat down for a minute.
Goldilocks tried the father bear's chair, which was rather high for her.
If I climb up the rungs of the chair like this, I can sit down. Oh, I won't do that again. I'll try this middle-sized chair.
She climbed up on Mother Bear's chair, which wasn't very comfortable. So finally, she tried Baby Bear's. She was a little too heavy for it.
Oh dear, I've broken it.
And then she noticed some stairs in the corner of the room. Still feeling very tired, Goldilocks decided to go up and see if there was anywhere to rest. When she reached the top, she found a bedroom with 3 beds in it. A great big bed, a middle-sized bed, and a little bed. It looked a picture. Goldilocks tried Father Bear's bed. It was very hard.
I don't like this bed, it's too hard. That one looks much more comfortable.
And she turned to the middle-sized bed, which belonged to Mother Bear. Now Father Bear had bought his wife a new feather mattress, and it was still very soft. When Goldilocks jumped on it, she became almost lost in the bedclothes. At last she tried Baby Bear's bed. This was the best of all, and she soon fell fast asleep. Not very far away, the 3 bears were preparing to come home and have their breakfast.
We were up very early in the morning, before the sun had risen in the sky. Now our task is done and we're happy, everyone, we're coming home. We're coming home.
I've been hunting in the fields and the forest, and I've walked and I've stalked and I've fought. Now my task is done and we're happy, everyone, we're coming home.
We're coming home.
I've been fishing in the lakes and the rivers, and I've cast and trailed and I've fought. Now my task is done and we're happy, everyone, we're coming home.
We're coming home.
I've been playing in the grass and the haystacks, and I've shouted and jumped and I've rolled. Now my fun is done and we're happy, everyone,
We're coming home. We're coming home. We're coming home.
Home, home. Mother, I didn't fill my bowl with porridge this morning. Look, it's half empty.
Daddy, Mummy. Oh, be quiet, Baby Bear. Yes, I did, Father. Look at my bowl. It's just the same, half empty. Mummy.
Will you be quiet, son? Can't you see your mother and I are talking? Someone's tried to sit in my chair as well. Look at the rungs, they're all scratched. I only painted them last week.
Daddy, Mummy, please listen. Oh, I suppose he won't be quiet until he has told us. What is it?
Somebody's eaten all my porridge and sat on my chair, and look, it's all broken. Look, all in little bits.
Whoa.
The 3 bears were amazed. Then all of a sudden, Father Bear caught sight of some little muddy footprints leading upstairs.
Whoever ate our breakfast has gone upstairs. Come on, we'll soon see who it is.
In the excitement, little Baby Bear completely forgot his tears. Running over to his bed, he suddenly stopped short and squeaked,
There's someone sleeping in my bed. There's someone sleeping in my bed.
All this noise woke Goldilocks up. She got up and rushed down the stairs and out of the door as fast as her legs would carry her. When she got home, she told her mother all about what had happened.
Well, you are a silly girl, aren't you? But don't worry, I don't expect the bears meant any harm.
I wouldn't be too sure of that if I were you.
I'm a great big bear.
I'm a middle-sized bear. I'm a little wee bear. And I want my chair.
There's your chair.
And I want some porridge.
No, you
Sit
must be a
down,
patient
little
little bear and wait
some
until I
porridge.
cook some.
Because after all, we couldn't have that girl coming into the house.
Many, many years ago, in a large industrial city in Yorkshire, lived a little chimney sweep whose name was Tom. He worked for a very cruel man called Mr. Grimes, who more often than not would vent his anger on the poor little lad. Tom had a very unhappy life, but would always try to make the best of everything.
Tom, the chimney sweep. I work when others are asleep. When I've been up to clean those flues, you wouldn't know me from your old black shoes. I'm Tom, Tom, the chimney sweep, and some of those chimneys make you creep. And when I come down on the hearth, you know that I'd never be near a bath. I work for a horrid man called Grimes, who's been in jail for a number of crimes. And when he sees me good and zoot, he gives me a kick with his great big foot. I'm Tom, Tom, the chimney sweep. I have to work hard for my keep, but I manage to have a few good times with a to Mr. Grimes. With a to Mr. Grimes.
One morning, Tom and Mr. Grimes got up very early. Grimes had orders to go to Sir John Hartover's house in the country to sweep the chimneys. Away from the town they went, Grimes riding on a donkey, and poor Tom walking behind, carrying rods, brushes, and a great big bag to put all the soot in. They hadn't got very far when they saw a lonely Irish woman trudging along, carrying a large bundle on her back.
This is a hard road for a gradely foot like that. Will you come up, lass, and ride behind me?
No, thank you. I'll sooner walk with your little lad here.
As you will.
Grimes rode on, smoking his pipe. Soon they came to a little stream which trickled down the rocks. Grimes got off the donkey and started to splash his face in the water.
Why, master, I never saw you do that before.
No, will again, most likely. It wasn't for cleanliness I did it, though, but for coolness.
My dog go and dip my head in.
Oh, be daft, lad. What does thou want with washing thyself?
I don't care for you.
That doesn't care for me, doesn't there? I'll teach thee to care for me.
Let go my ear.
I'll show thee who's thy master.
Stop! Are you not ashamed of yourself, Thomas Grimes?
The Irish woman disappeared through a gate, and Grimes remounted the donkey. When they arrived at the house, Grimes gave Tom a kick and sent him up the first chimney. How many chimneys Tom swept, I cannot say, but he swept so many that he got quite tired, and puzzled too, for they were large and crooked. As he came down, he came to a fork and wondered to himself which way to go. All of a sudden, he lost his foothold and slipped down the left one, landing with a bump in the fireplace. He found he was in a large room, and in a corner of it was a small bed, and in the bed was a little girl fast asleep. She was very beautiful. Tom walked over to her slowly and gently so as not to wake her. He stared down at her in amazement. Her cheeks were as white as the pillow her little head rested on, and her hair was golden. It lay sprawled all over the pillow and looked like threads of gold. As Tom stepped back in astonishment, he upset the fender and the fire irons. He was terrified and climbed through the open window, down a drain pipe, and ran off as fast as his legs would carry him through the park toward a wood. Through the wood he ran and out onto the great grouse moors, which the country folk call Hartover Fell. On and on he went till he came to a deep green and rocky valley. Utterly exhausted, he arrived at a pretty little cottage beside a stream. And there sat a dear old woman teaching the village school children their ABC. She sang an old, sad song which the children could not understand, but they liked it nonetheless for that.
When all the world is young, lad, and all the trees are green, and every pool's a swan, lad, and every lass a queen, then hey for boot and horse, lad, and round the world away. Young blood must have its course, lad, and every dog his day. When all the world is old, lad, and all the trees are brown, and all the sport is stale, lad, and all the wheels are run down, creep home and take your place there, the spent and maimed among. God grant you find one face there you loved when all was young, when all the world
the want? Away with it. I'll have no sweeps here.
Water.
He's sick, poor thing. And a bairn, sweeper none.
Water.
God forgive me. What is bad for thee?
She gave Tom some milk and left him in an outhouse upon soft, sweet hay and an old rug. But Tom did not fall asleep. He tossed and kicked and felt so hot all over that he longed to get into the river.
I will be a fish. I will swim in the water. I must be queen. I must be queen.
So Tom tumbled as quick as he could into the clear, cold stream, full of water fairies, only he couldn't see them. And this was the song they were singing, only he couldn't hear it. When he woke, Tom found himself swimming about in the stream. He was about 4 inches long, with gills like a fish. The fairies had turned him into a water baby. Tom had many adventures in the river where he was very happy, and all the time, although he didn't know it, he was watched over by the fairies. At last he was clean, and he had forgotten all his troubles. He teased the trout, made friends with the dragonfly, quarreled with an otter, and chatted with a well-bred old salmon.
I wish I were a fish, and a very handsome fish I'd know I'd be. I'd swish and swish, oh wouldn't it be delish, if every water weed became a tree. And on the deep I'd watch the salmon leap, and throw them down the river to be free. I wish and wish, but if I don't get my wish, there are plenty of other fishes in the sea. There are plenty of other fishes in the sea. I wish I were a fish, and a very handsome fish that I would be. I'd jig for trout if there were a trout about, but I wouldn't let anybody tickle me. They'd wait and wait, but you never go near their bait, and end up on a plate for someone's tea. I wish and wish, but if I don't get my wish, there are plenty of other fishes in the sea. There are plenty of other fishes in the sea.
But one day there came a great thunderstorm, and all the inhabitants of the river seemed to be in great excitement. Tom decided that he must go down to the sea. On his way, he had a very strange adventure. He saw a bright red flame advancing along the riverside. Just below the light lay 5 or 6 salmon looking up at the flame. Suddenly, he heard a human voice.
Tuck that muckle fellow, lad. He's over 15 pounds. And keep your hand steady.
Down came a pole through the water, and one of the salmon was speared. But at this moment, 3 keepers appeared and rushed on the poachers. A fierce fight took place, and with a hiss and splash, the man who held the flame fell into the water.
Perhaps water has made him fall asleep as it did me. Why, it's Mr. Grimes. Oh, dear me. Now he will turn into a water baby, and perhaps he will find me out and beat me again. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
He swam away quickly, but Grimes did not become a water baby. Tom swam on until he reached the sea. Now, you remember the little girl that Tom saw at Sir John Hartover's house? She was called Ellie, and she'd gone to the seaside with an old friend, Professor Pithmildspatz. He was showing her all the curious animals that lived in the rocks.
I don't care about all these things, Professor, because they can't play with me or talk to me. If there were little children in the water as there used to be.
Children in the water, Ellie?
Yes.
Quite impossible.
But why are there no water babies?
Now, don't be silly, child.
At that moment, the professor groped with his net under the weeds and caught poor little Tom.
Dear me. Why, it must be a cephalopod.
No, I'm not. It's a water baby.
What fiddlesticks, my dear.
The professor prodded Tom, who bit his finger till it bled. The professor yelled with pain and dropped Tom back into the water.
Oh!
Tom swam out to sea until he came to St. Brandon's Fairy Island, where he found thousands of other water babies. He was very happy to have someone to play with. Often he got up to mischief, teasing the crabs and putting stones in anemones' mouths. He was punished by the ugly fairy, Mrs. Be-Done-by-As-You-Did, and because he was sorry and promised not to be cruel to the little creatures again, he was kissed and cuddled by the most beautiful fairy, Mrs. Do-As-You-Would-Be-Done-by.
Don't go away, Mrs. Do-As-You-Would-Be-Done-by. I've never had anyone to cuddle me before.
Don't go away.
Not sung us so soon.
Well, I've only time for one. Which shall it be?
The doll you lost. I once had a sweet little doll, dear, the prettiest doll in the world. Her cheeks were so red and so white, dear, and her hair was so charmingly curled. But I lost my poor little doll, dear, as I played on the heath one day. And I cried for her more than a week, dear, but I never could find where she lived. Never, I never could find where she lived. I never could find where she lived. I came on my poor little doll, dears, as I played on the heath one day. Folks say she is terribly changed, dears, for her paint has been all washed away. And her arm dropped off by the cows, dears, and her hair not the least bit curled. Yet for old sake's sake she still is the prettiest doll in the world. Pretty, the prettiest doll in the world. The prettiest doll in the world.
Mrs. Be-Done-by-As-You-Did told Tom that he must go and find Mr. Grimes at the other end of nowhere. The seagulls helped him to find the shiny wall and its great white gate, which had never been opened. He dived down to the bottom of the sea and swam for 7 days and 7 nights. He came up in Peace Pool, and Mother Carey's haven, where the good whales go when they die. And Mother Carey sent him on his way to the other end of nowhere. There he found a huge building guarded by policemen's truncheons. He showed them Mother Carey's pass, and they conducted him to the great iron door of the prison. A wicket in the door opened, and out looked a tremendous old brass blunderbuss.
What case is this?
If you please, sir, it's no case. Only a young gentleman from her ladyship. He wants to see Grimes, the master sweep.
Grimes? Yes. Grimes is up chimney number 345.
Tom found Grimes stuck in chimney number 345. Then Mrs. Be-Done-by-As-You-Did appeared, and strange to tell, she was the old Irishwoman who had spoken to Grimes and Tom on the way to the house. When Grimes realized how wicked he had been in his life, he began to repent, and the chimney crumbled down and he was freed. Tom returned with Mrs. Be-Done-by-As-You-Did to St. Brandon's Island, and there he found waiting for him on a rock the most beautiful girl that ever was seen. It was Ellie, and Tom's happiness was complete.